So that's what America's thinking on this. Now, interestingly, and to the last gentleman's point, Giano, Martin Luther King Jr.'s family had some thoughts on the release of these files. There's a tweet here I think we can look at. For us, the association of our father is a deeply personal family loss that we have endured over the last 56 years. We hope to be provided the opportunity to review the files as a family prior to its public release. What do you make of that?
Well, I agree. I think they should be able to see it as a family, and I'm glad they've embraced this decision. I'm wondering what took so long, but we do need to know what happened. We need to know. And these leaders, I know for Martin Luther King, people say, well, he's a black leader. No, he's an American leader, like JFK and Senator Kennedy. These are issues that we need to have the full record open, and Donald Trump is doing something that a lot of people are very grateful to him today.
Well, Lisa, there's a ton of energy around this, and the president acknowledged that when he signed it. He said, ooh, this is a big one. People want to know this. I think there's good reasons for that.
Well, isn't it ironic that the guy who is labeled a threat to democracy will be the one that will restore faith and confidence in government through some of these actions as well? This is what we need. We need transparency. It's we, the people. We are in charge of our government, not the other way around. They answer to us, the American people. So I fully support what he's doing here, and especially after being lied to so tremendously throughout COVID. I think these actions will help restore faith in government. So good for President Trump.
So let's go 40 days or so in the future when we start to get this information, Molly. What is that going to mean?
Well, my concern is not just, and I have a heart for the family as well, and the president does. You can see him, when he hands off and says, give this to RFK. Everyone has a heart for the families. These are our political leaders, our president that was assassinated. So I do think the American people have a right. I'm worried that this is just going to be documents and paperwork, and the answers that everyone is hoping to see may not be in there, and that they've been hidden away for all this time, and an explanation that some people are seeking may not be in them. But we won't know until we get a chance to actually look at them.
What if it's like that, Lisa? What if it kind of lands with a thud? You get the paperwork and you find out there's not a heck of a lot new or beyond what we sort of knew or something like that. Does that diminish the importance of this in your eyes?
No, because it's just the act of being transparent to the American people, of answering their calls and doing the will of the American people. So I think just the act alone of what he's doing and that transparency is important and is what we needed, particularly at this time when no one trusts. Why would anyone trust the government?
I'd love some transparency on why it's taken so long through multiple administrations.
That's
not just
exactly
this
right.
president who's finally put ink to paper, but all the prior ones also kept it closed.
It's Saturday night. Let's have a little fun. What else do you want to see? What else needs to be out there?
I want to see those COVID records opened up. I think we need to see that because so many people's lives have been impacted. We know some folks who did get the COVID shot, they're having issues, and we know that because the science proved it. So we need to know, why were we forced into something like this? Lisa, I know you've been outspoken on this. You've written about it and a lot of criticism, so thank you for your courage. But that's one of the big issues, I think.
And the shifting lines with the intelligence community and they related to all of that.
That's facts, too.
And thank you, Jonah. That's very kind of you. I also want to know about Matthew Crooks and Ryan Ruth and more recent things that we don't have any information about. Why don't we have more information about them now that we'll have a new Secret Service director? I think the American people deserve answers about that. I hope President Trump also finds the answers about that as well. So there's a lot of things that, we don't get a lot of information about that we should.
Yeah, I think anything that could impact American lives where we should have a right to the information, that there should be broadly more transparency. And it does seem like we're moving in that sort of direction. So we'll see.
There was a time in America where I think there was a high level of trust in our institutions. And we said, maybe for security reasons, some things ought to stay where they are. We don't live in that moment right now.
Well, because we realized when the government told us that it was a lie. It was about protecting the government, not about protecting the American people. So I think the jig is up. People are onto it. They know it's a lie. I mean, just like with COVID, go get the vaccine. This will be good for you. No, it wasn't. Go lock down indefinitely. This is good for the American people. The 6 feet social distancing, wear your mask.
They said they made it up.
So we know that it's about and then we look at it and what was that all for? It was to protect Dr. Fauci's own culpability in the gain of function that he was funding at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. So, I think oftentimes now we know that the reason why the government tells us that is to protect itself, not to protect us.
Yeah. Really good point. And of course, I know Giano really just wants more UFO. Let's just be honest. He's looking up at the night sky. The answers are out there.
I'm more interested in the robots.
Are aligning 2 days.
Do you guys believe in UFOs?
You know what? I'd love to talk about that, but we are out of time. Please, Booth. I'm so sorry.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.